Looks like we found the Talon leader.
My. Nyreen, aren't you full of surprises?
Arya. The deception was necessary. I needed to figure out what your plans were. The people on Omega depend on us. I couldn't risk compromising our operation.
Not exactly standard procedures for a street gang.
When Cerberus invaded, the Talons were a mess. I brought new direction. The General's been hunting us ever since. Right now, he's attacking one of our outposts. That's where I need to be.
We're done here, boss.
Right. Arya, Commander Shepard, whatever you're here for, the answer's no. Kindly escort yourselves off Talon territory.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like I'm going to take that shit from you? You're just a fucking liar and a user. I mean, I'm sure Arya's heartbroken right now, but I can tell you, we are not standing for this. We came here for her... What's the right word? Oh, I can't think of one. Bend the knee.
We're coming with you. You get our help now in return for hearing us out later.
He has your charm, Arya.
But not my patience.
Fine. I don't have time to argue, and we can use the extra guns. Let's go.
You've improved your biotics since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
Well, that's interesting, because we were led to believe she was whiter than white. I don't know how long she's been in charge of the Talons. It almost sounds like she took over post-Cerberus. But either Arya convinced her to change her ways, or actually she was a scumbag the whole time. And let's be honest, they're a street gang, not a mercenary gang. I know the terms are fairly interchangeable on Omega. Maybe even everywhere. That sounds good, a phaeton. Or a face-on, maybe I should say. I should probably say welcome back to Mass Effect 3 as well. I don't know how long any of these episodes are going to be. I'm actually quite caught up in this. I think it's good. And I'm kind of warming to Arya. She's got a heart, she fell in love. She only wants what she views as hers, even if, let's be honest, it's just as much the Cerberus man's as it is hers.
Rampart mechs incoming!
Why does my armor keep clicking as my ammo keeps getting turned off?
Failure imminent. Shutdown imminent.
Can't hit.
They left an Atlas behind to cover their retreat.
I think this is too easy. Let's turn it up. sounds good. Oh, it's just one of those temporary ones. We can't carry it around forever. I don't know what we're blowing up though. These doors, do you think? Oh. Well, that's rubbish on it. Well, we've got the atlas to use. This looks like a lift, doesn't it? Okay, we're not going to take that yet. There must be more shield generators somewhere. Ah, there is. What am I looking at there? There it is. Nope. And I've got as many missile launchers as I want by the looks of it. Maybe I can just wander through it in the Atlas? Okay, that's not how we do it. I'm stuck now. Ah, I can't exit. How do I exit? Completely stumped here. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing to get through there. I'm guessing that's what I'm trying to do. Is it? Is the option? But there's no more shield pylons to blow up. I think we'll just have to move on.
This way.
That looks like a door to me. Okay, I don't know who left their data pad on top of the lift, but I'm taking it regardless. Oops. Is this good or bad? I'm completely lost. I guess that's the idea, but yeah, I'm completely lost. That's back down into the lift, isn't it? No. It's like an almost Doom 3 kind of vibe to it.
I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Reports coming in. Additional top forces on the catwalks. People down there. Squad A.
Finally, a little recognition.
Actually, Arya, I'm Target Alpha.
That's not what I want. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not what I want. That explains where my ammo's disappeared as well. Oh, what got me? Absolutely obliterated me, whatever it was. Oh, I'm on hard now. Yeah, I forgot that. I'm on hard, aren't I?
Finally, a little recognition.
Actually, Arya, I'm target alpha.
Can't no-scope him. Can't shoot him with a scope, apparently. This is garbage. Should be back with full health no doubt in a second too. There we go. I don't think this is anything like the damage of the other rifle I used. Of course I'm on hard, so it's hard to judge. How many upgrades I've missed in this room. I bet there's millions of them.
I see them. They're down there.
Well, I can't see anything. Oh, I don't think I'm meant to go onto that platform. Oh, sorry.
Lockdown system's been compromised so many times it hardly knows up from down anymore. Nyrene to base. Need an engineer at the catwalk's entrance. Door's jammed again. This may take a moment.
You're not just using the catwalks as a secret passage to the base, are you?
A long drop is the best way to get rid of unwanted guests around here.
Are those doors open yet?
They're working on it. They've hacked the bridge controls.
Oh, there's loads of them. There's two atlases upstairs. I can't even see it.
Doors open. Let's go. Hurry up. I need to get to my people.
Boss?
One good thing about hardcore being actually quite hard is I can't talk during the fights because you can't hear anything I say anyway, which is good dynamic sound really. But yeah, I noticed that when editing the videos you could barely hear a word I said. So not being able to talk during the fights is probably a good thing rather than a bad thing.
We'll be evacuating this location as soon as possible. Try not to interfere with my people's work.
Intel just reported in. The group of civilians we managed to evac arrived safely at the other outpost.
Good, because I need them for my war against the Reapers.
Also, routine sweeps reporting nothing new on the adjutant presence.
Adjutants.
Creatures created by Cerberus. They eviscerate their victims' DNA, converting them into more adjutants.
Some kind of Reaper-based weapon. I fought them before, they're a nightmare.
It got worse after you left. Cerberus lost control of them. Those things tore apart the gangs, then attacked everyone in sight. If Cerberus hadn't found a way to contain them, the entire station would be infected by now.
I think any doubts that we had, the elusive man might have been indoctrinated, have gone. I mean, they're just Geth, aren't they? By any other name, they're Geth. Well, you're just going to have to put your pride on one side and die in the war.
Don't let yourself be distracted by what-ifs.
What I saw, I'll carry with me until the end of my days, Commander. But it won't keep me from fighting. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an outpost to defend.
The adjutants really got under her skin.
Okay, we're going to use that.
Hey, Commander. I just wanted to say thank you.
Suspicious, but okay.
We're online.
From Scouting Team E. No, to Scouting Team E from Base 2. Word is the attack on the station was led by Arya and that she's on board now. Boss is heading off to investigate. Try to stay out of trouble while she's gone and don't get caught. Our forces are tied down right now, so rescue options are limited. B2T.
Cerberus is backing off for now. Make sure the scouts keep an eye out for the next attack.
You've done an excellent job, Nyreen, but I'll be taking over now. You know what happens to people who argue with me.
And if I say no, you'll just kill me and take over? My people won't stand for that.
Yes, they do seem nauseatingly loyal. Either way, I'll get what I want.
Not this time.
Open your eyes. This is a war of attrition, and you're on the wrong side.
You might be right, but the people of Omega are my priority.
You take over one gang and you think you're ready to decide what's best for Omega? Nyreen, watch and learn.
Everything's in place. The entire station's connected.
People of Omega, I have returned. Cerberus believes they have beaten you. They believe they have you under control. They are gravely mistaken. You are the lawless of the galaxy. You cannot be beaten, and you will never be controlled. Be ready. Your chance to strike out against your oppressors is coming. Together we will take Omega back!
That's your plan? Throw civilians at Cerberus?
Anything is better than being locked up like mindless animals waiting for slaughter.
I know what you're up to, Arya. And I don't like it.
That's basically my plan against the
I have
Reapers as
civilians
well.
to evacuate. I'll deal with this later. All right, let's get these people ready to go. Now!
What are you trying to do?
Trying? The people of Omega, my people, love a good street fight. When it breaks loose, they'll be ready. Nyrene's code of ethics won't let her sit by if civilians are exposed. It's what makes her utterly predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Cerberus is launching another offensive.
Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't like your little speech, Arya.
Glad I got his attention.
Commander, landing pads are yours. My people and I will hold the main doors.
Got it.
It'd be a real shame if Nyrene was to have an accident on one of these walkways, or if Cerberus... I've got a blood pact weapon. Maybe I should just kill her with the blood pact weapon, and then no one will ever know, will they? Either way, she's going to meet with an little accident in a second, if I could get my words right. I don't really know where I'm going. Plus, Nyrene could never command Omega for very long. She's just a bit of a wimp. Someone more brutal will turn up. And I appreciate you being able to lead the gang to leader by chance, so I'm getting battered here. But there's no way she's going to hold the station down. Oh, grenades actually hurt you on hard. I wasn't expecting that. Sure there's a way to throw them back again. Can't see a thing there. I'm just fucking... I can't see a thing in this field of view. And half the fucking cover you can't take cover. That is the gun I've had. It's not very good. And that was just a wild shot there.
We're on our way.
Yeah, the grenades do damage to my shields at least. Not like I'm doing a lot of damage to them either. So I don't think the Phaeton is really a very good weapon. Barely even affects it. I'm not going to rush into the shotgun there, that's far too ambitious. Oh, that's the Crips boss that's down, but it's flagging his first aid. Should I get her? Yeah, let's go get her. I'm sure I'll get the opportunity to kill her again. Might as well.
That's it. Cerberus is pulling out. Let's talk,
I should have
Shepard.
left her.
The Talons will join your cause. Someone's got to make sure you don't run roughshod over our people.
You see, Shepard.
Let me guess. She said I was predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
Pretty much word for word. She thinks she's playing you.
Nothing new here. One thing, though. I maintain command over my people. This is not up for debate.
Just have them ready.
Oh, they'll be ready.
We're almost there, Shepard. The Talons will be the frontline fodder. Now we just need to bring down the force fields to clear the way to Afterlife.
Which will release Omega civilians.
Cerberus will have 1,000,000 fires to put out. In one fell swoop, we'll have the people in the Talons working for us.
You handled Irene perfectly and got us an army.
She wears her weakness on her chest. It would take more effort to stop myself from exploiting it.
Let's hope she's up to the task.
You and I will have to keep her on point. Now, I'll be at the command console plotting our next move.
Urgently, your attention, if you please.
Things are starting to heat up over here. We need to bring you in fast. Rock? Rock, can you hear me? Damn it, Rock, don't do that again. I thought I lost your signal. Yeah, well, don't do that again.
Thank you for watching. There's still an opportunity for Nyreen to have a little accident, but we will see what happens next episode. Thank you for watching. Come back for the next part of Mass Effect 3. The Cabals are an elite biotic Turian unit whose dictum is, the intangible is unstoppable. As Turian biotics are relatively rare, with biotic abilities manifesting in only a small percentage of Element Zero exposed Turians, Cabals tend to be small and only comprised of 10 to 15 individuals, led by a commanding officer called a Cabalim. A Turian Cabal is often deployed covertly as shock troops or saboteurs, or they're sent on long reconnaissance missions for the hierarchy. In addition to advanced biotic training, all Cabal soldiers are highly skilled in small arms, explosives, infiltration tactics and piloting. Centuries ago, during the Unification Wars, military Black Ops would recruit Turian biotics as infiltrators, planting them anonymously in the regular infantry as observers, or using them as assassins. This historical practice has left a cultural bias against biotic soldiers amongst the Turian rank and file. As a result, the Turian hierarchy prefers to keep its Cabals isolated from the other branches of the military, citing safety and unit cohesion concerns. Even Turians whose biotic abilities are not combat proficient are segregated into Cabals, often forcing them to cut short their promising careers in order to serve as a medic or maintenance officer. However, Cabal soldiers are professionals. Those who do not adapt are quickly weeded out, resulting in strongly unified teams of experienced, deadly, biotic warriors who see their isolation as a necessary sacrifice to protect the hierarchy. The war with the Reapers means that the Turian hierarchy no longer has the luxury of keeping such powerful assets in reserve. Many Cabals have been recalled to Palaven, while the most experienced have been dispatched to the front lines for surgical strikes on Reaper strongholds or to provide support for regular infantry. With the Atlas, Cerberus's research arm has combined the deadly armour and firepower of a Ymir mech with the tactical superiority of a trained human pilot. An Element Zero core allows the Atlas to be airdropped onto a battlefield with minimal impact damage. Its thick armour includes a robust transparent canopy made from a polycrystalline composite proprietary to Cerberus. Alliance engineers hypothesised that the material is some kind of synthetic sapphire composed with interlayers to resist cracking and thermal damage. Although the Atlas is somewhat unwieldy in the field, its anti-personnel machine guns and ability to shrug off damage from anything short of a heavy weapon makes it a fearsome opponent. Heavy loss of life is to be expected in any unprepared encounter with this unit. Centurions are Cerberus's frontline tacticians. They are meant to enact the elusive man's strategic goals, although it is clear that they have leeway to adapt as an encounter develops. The only useful intelligence that the Alliance has gathered on Centurions relates to their armament. Each Centurion carries an M96 Matuk heavy rifle, modified to launch smoke grenades, leaving enemies vulnerable to crossfire. Cerberus combat engineers are specialised support units that assist primary forces while staying out of the line of fire. They wear lighter armour than the typical Cerberus combatant, using a modified mesh that allows greater mobility. Under cover and out of sight, engineers focus on setting up and maintaining turrets, as well as repairing mechanical units or armoured allies. When confronted, engineers return fire for only as long as it takes for them to find cover again, and let frontline combat personnel take over. Although engineers are not particularly dangerous on their own, the Alliance specifically warns troops to remain alert for turrets, which can mow down an entire squad while the engineer escapes. Guardians, the Cerberus equivalent of human tanks, are slow-moving soldiers who carry enormous polycrystalline composite shields. The weight of the shield requires an armoured suit equipped with hydraulic assists and a dedicated power supply. Combining this exceptional protection with a suite of enviro mapping systems, Guardians focus on flanking opponents to flush them from cover. A Guardian's slow but relentless approach is intended to demoralise enemies, as well as draw their fire, but rip away their shields and Guardians become little more than cannon fodder. The Nemesis is a Cerberus sniper specialist. Customised implants allow the Nemesis to withstand the crippling kickback of an M98 Widow anti-material rifle, turning a redoubtable opponent into a force capable of inflicting instant death. A suite of high-tech scanning equipment makes the sniper adept at maintaining cover, meaning a Nemesis is usually spotted only after opening fire, assuming the target survives the first round. Because of the self-destruct mechanisms that activate upon the sniper's death, the Alliance has never retrieved an example of Nemesis augmentation technology. This fact, combined with Cerberus Force's penchant for suicide when faced with capture, has made scientific study of their implants impossible. Phantoms are agile Cerberus agents, with a wide array of offensive and defensive capabilities, including particular specialisation in evasive manoeuvres and firing from cover. Although intelligence on their implants still evades the Alliance, Phantoms are known to be able to create a personal barrier for greater protection. Monomolecular blades and biotic shielding allows Phantoms to engage in close quarters combat, and Phantoms can briefly cloak in order to recover from injuries. Because of this ability, the Alliance recommends personal confirmation of a Phantom's death. Assault troopers are the backbone of Cerberus forces. Those candidates who make it through the grueling basic training are submitted to an intense psychological program that renders them fearless, disciplined, and unrelenting. Outfitted with custom-designed armour and rifles, these soldiers function with determined precision and practiced teamwork. The first to rush into a fight, assault troopers often work in tandem with more powerful units. They make strategic use of this scenario, keeping their opponents occupied until it is too late to react to the combined Cerberus force bearing down on them.